Welcome to the Joyish Kingdom. In today's video, we're going to talk about the rug pull made by the Winter Bears NFT project. This project is one of those that a lot of people compare to the Pudgy Penguins, who right now are dominating the NFT world. So if you're excited to learn about this rug pull, what happened exactly? Was it a slow rug? Did the founders take all the money and run? And lastly, does it affect your trading and how you navigate these NFT markets today? So if you're excited to get into it, smash a like in this video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. I appreciate everyone's support. Videos are coming out all the time. If you're not already following me on Twitter, if you're not my Discord down below in the description, you are only hurting yourself, fam. As you know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's going to take to navigate this metaverse on your own one day. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. Also, if you're an NFT project looking for a paid, really honest review, please email me at joyofficial@gmail.com. And if you're a business looking to integrate NFTs and Web3 into your business plan, hit me up as well. So just to give a little bit of context, the Winter Bears are sitting at a 0.02 floor, 9,000 Ethereum traded, which is a lot, 4.6 thousand owners for 10,000 items. We scroll down here, it's the iconic bears. A lot of people compare these Pudgy Penguins, seals, and the bears, and they're just all similar, cute style, and they had a bunch of animations a while ago. I actually remember reviewing this project. If you check it out, I have a full review on this project from like 6 months ago, and I was actually like kind of excited for them. They also have two other collections, the Summer Bears, which look like this, and then the 3D Bears, which look like this. All these projects' floors are pretty much next to zero. And one of my main criticisms about this project was the fact that they had all these collections named after like seasons and stuff, and it was just all too specific, and I was just like, look, it's just not a great idea. If we look at this chart, oh my god, this looks fucking really bad when you zoom it out like this. Wow. Yeah, this looks like a classic pump and dump now that I look at it. I was going to say it's one of those where it was doing really well, like a lot of this and that, but when you pull it out to the all-time chart, this looks really, really bad. And people wanted to hold on to this for like a long time, because like imagine Pudgy Penguins getting to a 4 ETH floor. And with these Winter Bears, they got up to like around 1.5 ETH floor at a couple different points, right? So a lot of people are spending a lot of money, and when that happens is those people don't want to sell when the market crashes and they're down like 75%. They'd rather just hold. They're like, oh, come on guys, like have some kind of good news so I can sell on the way up, you know? But the thing is, with this, it doesn't look like that was the case. And we're going to get into exactly why, because someone broke it down in an amazing thread. But if you look at the Winter Bears Twitter page, they have yet to say anything since around March, April time. That's the last time they updated anybody, which is, for context, a long time ago. And so they haven't said anything. The three people in charge of the project are also completely non-existent. April 25th for that founder. I guess this person right here, March 7th, the last time for this other person. Gumpton Bear, these are all people, core people on the team, by the way, March 27th. So they all essentially stepped away and they said, fuck it, we just pulled out a lot of money from this project. We're good to leave our Twitters. Like, we don't give a shit. We'll probably just start another one as another anonymous founder and then go rug pull another project. We have Shamdu, a well-known NFT and crypto influencer, saying a great project with a fantastic community ruined by the bad leaders. And this is because if you guys remember him back in the day, he's like an OG guy. He's been here for a while, right? And he always rocked the Winter Bears. He was a big fan of them. A lot of people accuse him of pumping and dumping all the time. Like the Hunter here. Oh my god, no, another terrible project built on lies that you promoted. I mean, this is the problem. When you're an influencer who promotes and supports a project and then they suck later on, you're held responsible because you have to sleep in the bed that you made. If you're going to ride that up and say, see, I was right, I told you guys they're smart, then you got to be ready when it crashes down, because you just got to be able to be transparent about it. So here's the thread I was talking about from Zach XBT, shout out. After a $3.5 million lie after lie and the team disappearing for months, here's a deep dive into the rug pull by Winter Bears. The NFT project launched in September 2021, releasing their first collection, Winter Bears, netting the team 291 fucking Ethereum. That's nuts. Later, they launched a second collection, Summer Bears, which airdropped to December 2021, and a third collection of 3D Bears was launched in December 2021, netting the team 369 Ethereum. Originally advertised, the roadmap was at 25% team minted. The team would give away a Pudgy Penguins NFT. At 50%, they would give away a Cool Cat NFT. In October 2021, this was removed by the team from the website, and the NFT giveaway never happened. This, I feel like, is common, honestly. Like, a lot of projects do this shit. A lot of influencers, by the way, who do these massive giveaways, and they get a shit ton of attention. Keep in mind that almost every single one of the influencers that you follow with 291,000 people or 500,000 followers or whatever, like, they are just botting all their giveaways, right? And then when you see it, by the time you get it, you're like, oh my god, 5,000 people enter, I better hop in on this, this is hyped up as fuck. And then everybody wins, right? Especially the influencer or the team that you pump. So a lot of these giveaways are the same deal, right? And so a lot of them don't end up doing anything. But this is, I mean, this is just like one other fucking nail into the coffin. The team engaged in deceptive marketing where they sent the influencer Art Chick 5 ETH to sweep the floor to create fake hype. Art Chick is a like an OG influencer that I used to have to talk shit about all the time. Beanie, Art Chick, Sham Dude. Those are the three like OG people. If you guys have been following my channel since back then, that was like summer, fall of last year. Actually, please comment below if you've been watching since then, because shout out to you, because that was such a long time ago. And like, it just brings me like nostalgia feelings when I see these people. I'm like, oh my God, they're still in the game. So again, yeah, just like influencer pumping and dumping kind of thing. This pushed them to the top of the hour rankings. And then when people see that, they're like, oh my God, this project's pumping, let me get in. Then the FOMO builds and then everyone just wins. And then whoever bought in first, they're at the most profits, they get to sell on top of you, and you are now their exit liquidity. That is how pumping and dumping happens. That's why you always end up buying the top, right? And you always end up losing money. That's why it happens. Since launch, the team falsely advertised them as a ticket for Art Club DAO would offer revenue share for holders, free airdrops, exclusive NFT drops, said 2 big NFT projects are lined up, and more. This was first said in September 2021. It's now August 2022 and nothing has happened. This is literally every NFT project, bro. Like, they just say all this stuff they're working on. You're like 8 months later, you're like, yo, how's that going? They're like, huh? Nah, bro, we're just building. We're just building out here, bro. We're building. What are you doing? You know, calls, talking to devs, calls. Okay, that's why nothing's happening, because you're not doing anything. In October 2021, they said they partnered with PieDAO, and holders would be rewarded with KPI tokens. Initially claimed that they would manage an index fund that could be worth many millions of dollars. Holders reached out to the PD and it was revealed that they never even put up a proposal. And so basically they just made this shit up. That's the funny part too, because like when I look at people's LinkedIns, for example, and it just says like managed a multi-million-dollar hedge fund, and I'm like, okay, like which one? Like, show me some kind of proof. Why did they never tag the company? Why did they never like back up anything? It's always just like, oh, I did this. It's like, did you, or were you like a janitor, and then the company that you were janitor for like went to the moon, and now you're like claiming to have all this extra experience that you don't? That's one of the things that I always have to like double check in my head every time I do a background check on anyone to see if they're legit. A major selling point for buyers was 10% of the proceeds, or $40,000 donation should be given to a polar bear charity. It was not until April 2022 initially addressed this and claimed they can't donate, and they couldn't donate. As of now, there's no evidence of putting monetary donations for the polar bears. That's kind of fucked up, honestly. That's like kind of fucked up. One of the roadmap items was an airdrop for the second collection of summer bears to holders. They advertised that they would be staking and also be working on something to provide utility and value to both of the collections. As of 2022 in August, there has been no utility for either project. I guess this sounds like classic pump and dump. Fuck. They also advertised the Pixelverse, which is the pixel version of all this, and they'd be getting airdrop for this. In February 2022, this changed when the team announced that 3D bears would be happening instead of the Pixel bears. Why the change? Well, prior to the 3D bears have been struggling to mint out. Since then, their partnership with Pixelverse has been terminated, so that never ended up happening because of lack of communication. They also advertised that they would be metaverse compatible, wearables, animated, and play to earn gaming. Instead, they bought flat renders of the 3D bears, which couldn't actually be rigged for animation and were not compatible with the metaverse. So they lied about this as well. In April 2022, the 3D bear artist who was contracted by the team was lying about it being metaverse compatible. They were not incapable. They're crooks. A leaked convo with the artist from 2021 of December shows the team was fully aware that they didn't pay for what was needed. They knew they only billed what's in the PFP, but they lied. That's where the last of my trust went. They're not incapable. They're crooks. Dude, I have been in so many conversations like this where you just like, you say something, they say something back, and after like 6 days of messaging back and forth, you're like, bro, are we ever going to do anything? Like, are you ever going to make a move? It's just never going to happen. And here's a chart for the slow rug pull. Just like as nothing happened, and it just kept going out, and then it's just like boom, boom, out, cashed out, gone, disappeared. April 2022 was the last major update by the founders. Completely gone. They're just disappeared. They just completely disappeared. And it's scary because these kind of announcements look just like every other NFT project's announcements. So it's so hard to know. Like, that's why I'm so big on trust and so big on a founder and a team building a rapport with their supporters and having their own personal brand so people know who they are, doing podcasts, doing spaces every now and then so people can hear them and speak to them as humans. Docs, I hope everyone docs at some point, just because, I don't know. I just feel like you're not claiming full accountability until you're entirely doxed. Like, there's still a relative amount of risk you're not taking by not being fully doxed entirely. But I don't think we're there yet for NFTs, honestly. I think it's just too early on all these things. And I went into their Discord too just to see what's going on. It's just like some people are just finding this out today, which is why I made this video, because I didn't find it until like a couple days ago. And I was like, man, there's some people who literally had no idea. And so yeah, Discord's sadly dead. And then I believe this guy was like an advisor for the project, because he had to come out and basically announce the project, be like, yeah, like I used to support these guys. My advice was to do this and this. They never took my advice. This is actually what was kind of like with Ugaverse. So when I used to work with Ugaverse a long time ago, you might remember if you were with me since like the OG days, like last summer, fall time. And I was working with them closely, and I was like basically an advisor and then helping with their marketing, and then also being in Discord as like an alpha, right? And so they were paying me for this. I supported the project. I was public about it and all these things, and I put my name on it, right? And then they started to not take any of my advice. And I was like, yo, why am I here? You're not doing anything that I think you should be doing. And I'm like, I've got my finger on the pulse. Like, what are y'all doing? Why are we not doing these things? Why are you guys just doing the exact same thing over and over again? It's not going to work. And we just kept going back and forth, and nothing happened. And it was just kind of like, okay, well, look, I'm going this way. You guys are going this way. That's fine. We're still cool. Let's just shake hands and walk away. And so that's basically what happened there. It doesn't look like in this case that he really like understood what was going on, because here's the thing, like even if you're an advisor, right, and you have an advising team that's really dope, it doesn't mean that the advisors on each advisor is going to have your project at top priority. Like that, you're just one of the projects that they're advising for, right? And so they're not going to be like keeping up every day. Like if I could go like 2 or 3 weeks without even remembering about Ugaverse because I'm doing my own thing on YouTube, to be like, oh shit, like what did you guys do? Like I forgot you guys had a meeting. I forgot you guys had this thing going on. And it's just one of those things, like unless you're a core person on the team, you're not top priority, right? So my critical fucking piece of advice for anybody watching this video is still, A, click the like button because I'm about to drop the fucking alpha, and B, stop investing in founders that you don't believe in wholeheartedly. If these are not like people who have their name on the line, who have experience doing stuff, right? Like that's why people are so bullish on Pudgy Penguins, because Luca is a beast. He's a fucking beast. He's taken many companies from the shitter to millions of dollars, right? He's got money. He's got the right team. He's got the right people. He's been trading in the space. He's Web3 native. It's like, bro, this guy's got all the right things to make an NFT project work. That's why people are spending 4 or 5. This one dude spent 400 ETH on the #1 ranked Pudgy Penguin. But it's like you invest your money into people, right? Like that's why I have an NFT from Subducks, because I'm friends with Frankie and I believe in him. He's an OG in the space. He's been navigating this world for a long time, and they got fucking money, right? You invest obviously in Gary Vee because Gary Vee's entire reputation is on the line, and he's fucking taken dubs for the past 30 years combined straight, right? So it's one of those things that like you find people who you fuck with and you think they're really capable, who have an NFT project, and you say, okay, this is a project I'll invest in, not a random anonymous project with anonymous founders who have a generic roadmap. Like it's just way more high risk, and you invest in winner bears. Like that's what it would have been, right? And so then the project just kind of disappears. Slow rug. It's not anyone's fault really. It's just the fact that like you invested in a team of people that really didn't know what they were getting themselves into. And so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom for more NFT content. If you're not, follow me on Twitter. If you're not, my Discord down below in the description. You're only hurting yourself, fam. If you want to see more right now, click one of these boxes on the side of me. Until next time, continue on your joy age, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video.